Wherever you come from, whenever you come from, there is one thing that binds us all. It inspires us. It makes us feel. It makes us think. It gives us the will to keep moving forward. Drugs! No. Music. Everyone can enjoy it. Another thing we love. Video games. And rock stars. Rock stars just have such a different way of looking at life.
Are you as excited as I am?
By the sounds of it, no.
Can't all be rock stars, unfortunately, but we also can't all be born in the year 2077 and have Keanu Reeves buried in our psyche and also be able to ride a motorbike with our knobs out. But we do have the next best thing. Rhythm games. They were a huge part of my life, as I'm sure they probably were a huge part of yours. At some point, in some way, they were fucking everywhere. Whether it be swinging a Wii remote around your living room to Cotton Eye Joe, or blazing through the fire and flames on Expert because you're an insane person with incredible finger dexterity, rhythm games have touched us all. Hey. But much like my loving father, one day they just disappeared. My father didn't disappear, by the way. His love for me sure did. So where did they come from? Where did they go? Welcome to the forgotten wonder of rhythm games.
Get down, jump around now. Jump up and get down.
Rhythm is a feeling. It's a part of music as old as Beethoven and freeform jazz. So how do you take a feeling and put it into a game? Well, you don't. Thanks for watching, everybody. I already know how you put a feeling into a game, but in 1978, this fella, name of Ralph Baer, in 1978 made this. Reactionary colour disc. Everybody knows. Simon Says. Christ, even mentioning it gives me flashbacks to the Call of Duty Zombies Moon Easter egg, which, geez Louise, peas and cheese. Thank you for watching that video. What? Colourful Turtle Boy is the earliest known rhythm game, but that's not a video game. That's a physical. Get the fuck out of here. That's not a video game. It's not video, but it is a game. But we're talking about video game. That's not. 10 years later, Dance Aerobics is released by Nintendo, allowing people to get really big 1988 with it by programming dances with the Nintendo Dance Pad. Oh, would you take a look at that? That looks remarkably similar to another rhythm game, but we're still in the 80s. It's not like there's a whole other decade waiting just around the corner.
You gotta do what?
I gotta believe.
I feel uncomfortable around this child. Japan does it again with Parappa the Rapper, which is largely referred to as the first proper rhythm game. Parappa the Rapper, or for short, Parappa the Rapper used the funk of hip-hop flow to teach us how to pass our driving test, how to sell a bottle cap, how to bake and cake, and how to beat people to the toilet when everyone's busting for a shit. Oh, how simple life would be.
Step on the gas.
Step on the gas! After Parappa hit the home market, the arcade market had a reply with Beat Mania with a turntable controller, Guitar Freaks, which had a guitar-shaped controller, which will probably look familiar, but hold them horse, get control of them horse. There was poppin' music, Drum Mania, and do you hear that? That's the thunderous sound of thousands of feet slamming the piss out of an arcade floor to Dance Dance Revolution. Arcade rhythm games were doing bits, but the problem is there were so many of these arcade rhythm games knocking about, and they're all playing different music, and you got the arcade music over the top, and it's not like all of these arcade games had headphones that you could just plug in, because Jesus Christ, can you imagine if somebody put headphones in an arcade machine? They would be covered in like earwax and bacon grease in a week. There would be such a health hazard. So naturally, people needed to get more jiggums at home, which led to Dance Dance Revolution, heading into the home with thousands of slamming feet and angry downstairs neighbours. But I'm on the base floor, so fuck you, Scottish guy above me. My neighbour really doesn't like me. With hundreds of DDR-like games hitting the whole market, the floodgates were well and truly open. In the world of PlayStation, you couldn't turn or move anywhere without the risk of bumping into new and exciting and challenging ways to challenge people's rhythmic abilities were seeping and oozing out of every wall and corner of the video game industry, until somebody said, these video games that of which I can use my controller that is very good and cool at night, but I would very much like to hold something what could make me feel more like a musician. Here, take Sampa de Amiga and its motion-controlled maracas and shake them till your wrists fall off. Yeah, I guess Guitar Man's pretty cool, but does this look like a guitar to you? I didn't think so. Boom! Harmonix kicks your bedroom door in whilst you're asleep, grabs you, pulls you in close, reaches behind its head, and produces Karaoke Revolution. Hang on a sec, that doesn't seem right. I feel like it should be a different game. Donkey Konga shows kids that beating things is not only fun, but also mandatory to progress. Oh shit, look, Guitar Man's back. This time he's on the DS and he's got circles now. Okay. All the while, arcades everywhere were still getting DDR. You want some more DDR? There's some DDR. Oh shit, you got DDR in there? I got DDR over here. DDR's there. Oh look, what's under here? It's DDR Hellfire. It's been a couple of years since that weird company kicked your door in while you were asleep, remember? Well, you should have locked your windows, because they're back now and they've got something brand new for us. Guitar Hero landed in 2005, and it landed hard. And not just because it changed the formula from Guitar Freaks, which used J-pop and J-rock and J-jazz. Guitar Hero instead had Western classics like... Oh shit, yeah, copyright. I mean, I guess I could just read you the track names off. Oh.
You've waited and it's finally here. Now I reckon that's off Guitar Hero Volume 1, including such classics as Motorhead, Sum 41, DZ Top, and who could forget Black Sabbath? Pre-order now and get your free bag of ants.
Guitar Hero pushed the rhythm genre in a brand new direction, not just because it was hip and western, but because it completely flipped what the rhythm genre had become. DDR was so oversaturated and had hundreds of imitations. Guitar Hero was something brand new-ish. You can take your hot stepping and your jump jamming on playing me music stick. Dance Dance Revolution, as we touched on before, just hit a brick wall of interest because of how oversaturated it was in the West. DDR is cool, man, but like, I can't kill zombies when I'm cutting a rug here, so give me like a house to death, maybe some Time Crisis. There are rugs everywhere, man. Get these rugs out of here, I don't want them. Everybody knows the phrase, those who do not know their history are doomed to repeat it. Somebody apparently missed that at Activision, because in 2005 Guitar Hero was released to thunderous applause and had mass popularity across all home consoles, which got a follow-up release in 2006. Guitar Hero 1 and 2 relied on a 5-button input guitar peripheral that you could also play with a controller that could use cover songs, because music rights are expensive. In 2006, Red Octane is bought by Activision, and later in the same year, Harmonix is bought by MTV Games. Development of Guitar Hero would now fall on Neversoft's shoulders. Good luck, Neversoft. This is where shit gets fucking crazy. In 2007, Guitar Hero rocked the 80s drop, but so did Guitar Hero Legends of Rock, with 73 playable songs by by the original artists. Activision called it their largest product launch ever, with 1.4 million units sold in the first week alone. In 2008, Guitar Hero Aerosmith and Guitar Hero World Tour released, with Guitar Hero Aerosmith making 555,000 copies in the first week, and World Tour with 534,000 copies in the first week. Very steep drop off compared to Guitar Hero 3, despite the fact that there were brand new peripherals used. Also, there was a portable Guitar Hero that meant you could slay some sweet riffage while you try not to vomit on the way to school. In 2009, Guitar Hero Metallica, Smash Hits, Guitar Hero 5, DJ Hero, and Guitar Hero Van Halen are all released, and did Tony say oversaturation? Thanks to the recession, most rhythm game sales absolutely tanked, including Guitar Hero, which meant that even though finishing Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock and DJ Hero was achieved by Neversoft and Red Octane, Activision took them out back and shot them both dead, and that was the end of that. But not for long, because in April of 2015, Guitar Hero Live is announced, and Freestyle Games are given complete creative freedom to reboot the franchise. A brand new peripheral was launched with a brand new guitar with a split fret system for a more difficult gameplay. You got get rid of them colours. Whoa. As well as changing the guitar peripheral, there was also a brand new first-person perspective with a live reacting crowd, and to be fair, it was actually pretty cool. So that must mean brand new life for Guitar Hero Head, yes? No! Despite the positive reception, the game didn't sell very well, and Activision said, "Good night, girl. I'll sell you to Ubisoft." The Guitar Hero Live feature, which launched with the game, was shut down in 2018, cutting the catalogue of games down from 484 to only 42, which came on the disc. And so, with a lifespan of 10 years and 25 game releases, that is the life and death of Guitar Hero, and that is the end of the story. So Guitar Hero is solely to blame for the burnout and crash of the rhythm game industry, right? Wrong, because the entire time that this lot was happening, Harmonix and MTV Games were doing their whole own thing in the right next to them. Remember when I said that Harmonix was bought by MTV Games? This isn't Guitar Hero, no, this is different. Guitar Hero only uses a little baby boy guitar. You little piss baby. What if we could, maybe you could play with the whole band? Guitar and drums and a microphone. We've got our own guitar as well, which is a little different, because the strum bar doesn't work. Not unless you beat the piss out of it. With a release catalogue nowhere near the same as Guitar Hero, Rock Band released 13 different games over a lifespan of 10 years. Their catalogue spans 2007 to 2017 with 2 band-specific releases, the Beatles Rock Band and Green Day Rock Band. The latter, by the way, has a very, very special place in my heart, and it's not tangential because it's relevant. I'm gonna tell you about it. I got Green Day Rock Band for doing well in my SATs when I was 12. We got the guitar, we got the drums, we got the game, we got the microphone. Didn't use the last one.
Yeah, so,
I was, and still am, a huge fan of Green Day. I have my favourite album of theirs tattooed on my arm. We went along to the local game station to pick the game up, and the man behind the desk said, "Oh, they're making one of these types of games where you can use a real guitar." That's not true. That's impossible. Green Day Rock Band had a massive influence on my life. I wouldn't go as far as to say that it changed it. Fuck it, it did. Complete U-turn. I found that I had a pretty natural rhythm for channeling my inner Trey Cool and playing the drums. If I can play this with some reasonable skill, what if this is the instrument that I was made to play? You see, growing up, I had tried and failed to play quite a good few instruments, not limited to the guitar and the piano and the comet. But thanks to a video game, I found a local drum tutor, rang him up, booked lessons, and went on to have lessons in drumming for over 11 years, and I became pretty good at it. Here I am playing at a talent show. Here I am streaming. Here I am in my bedroom. Hello! Now here I am playing the drums in my bedroom.
They're not plugged in.
None of this would have happened if it wasn't for Green Day Rock Band. And isn't it amazing the influence that a video game can have on the soul? Which brings me on to... somebody at the door. Oh my god! Slash!
Hey all, it's me, Slash from the Rosa. I'm from the music.
What are you here for, Slash?
I have come to talk to people about your Patreon, of which they can support you on. That they can on the internet. Can I come in?
No.
Oh. Okay, bye.
Bye, bye, bye. I saw him walking up and he saw me recording, so I don't know why he even bothered knocking. So rude. You can support me on Patreon though. So it turns out that the guy from Game Station was in some weird cult or something because he was right. 2014 rolled around and a huge step in the video game Pro League meta dropped. Ubisoft faked and rushed and produced Rocksmith. Rocksmith used some similar elements to Guitar Hero and Rock Band, but instead allowed you to plug your actual, real, genuine, real-life guitar into your console and learn visually. And for guitar-based rhythm games, this really is the end of the line. The legacy of Guitar Hero buried and respected by retro arcades and history alike. Or so we thought, because Harmonix, as a subsidiary of Epic Games, decided to develop Fortnite Festival. Oh, it's not very good. But you can use your old Rock Band instruments soon, and Peter Griffin, and you can do the funny dances. You can do the funny dances. Please play the game. You can funny dance. You can be the Weekend Man. Please play the game. So having harped on about this for so long, what else have we actually got these days? See, the thing is with rhythm games, like me, you probably immediately picture this kind of thing, when in actual fact, my god, there are so many rhythm games. I can't even talk about all of them because I haven't played them all myself. There's like all of these ones. I just like played this Hatsune Miku one at an event in Newcastle, and I don't know what any of this is. But I like it. Makes me want to go to one of them glow stick 3D shows all the cool kids go to. Ubisoft had another humdinger with Just Dance, a motion control game that started on the Wii and then moved to more edge of the state of the edge, state of the art tech, like the Kinect and the PlayStation Move, allowing for freedom of movement. Because everybody remembers how top tier the Kinect is.
Well, bam! There it is.
Finally, the future is here.
Did you know that Just Dance beat out Modern Warfare 2 as the 2009 video game bestseller? Just Dance and its Winky Wonk group of video game dancing people, including Michael Jackson, still have life today. Do you remember the pandemic?
Somehow, yes, and not at all.
Just Dance now was one of the only things that I could really use in the house to keep in shape. And whilst I throw shapes like the whitest of white men, I still felt good, might be a push. I have a film degree. Rock Band has a plug-in support mode for electric drum kits, meaning that you can take this and play it on this, and it bridges the gap between playing with plastic instruments and playing with for real instruments. Crypta the Necrodancer, Thumper, Audica, Pistol Whip, BPM, and Metal Hellsinger are all part of a rhythm violence package. Would you like to have a look? Games which have players move to the beat and perform actions to the beat, which Shaun of the Dead would be so proud of. In 2017, Step Revolution released Step Mania X. In 2018, the VR game Beat Saber dropped, and we all know how popular that game is.
Send help, I'm so fucking tired.
All of these games have a whole other audience thanks to sites like Twitch. The best part is these games don't just offer the basis of inspiration, they also have really great benefits in terms of health. A study in West Virginia introduced Dance Dance Revolution to the physical curriculum. Arnold Schwarzenegger backed the introduction of Dance Dance Revolution to schools across America. Please God, let that mental image set in. Guitar Hero, along with physical therapy, has been used to help stroke victims recover. The University of Nevada created a haptic feedback glove and a game called Blind Hero. 2.5 million kids in the UK out of 12 million picked up real-life instruments inspired by video games. And I fall into that bracket. My people, I'm coming home. Whilst the music industry undeniably had its skeptics towards rhythm games, including Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin and Prince, it's undeniable the positive effects that rhythm games have had on the the real world. Fuck you, Prince. It all started with a 2D dog. I thought that would happen. Popularity might have sunk in the rhythm game genre, but you never know what's just around the corner. If you have any crazy rhythm game related stories, or similar ones to mine even, please do let me know in the comments below, because I am genuinely interested to see if anybody has a similar experience to me. 2.5 million people can't be wrong. Doctors hate them. Video games really are just that brilliant. Thank you for watching. I've been Stag. You, as always, have been wonderful. Thank you for sticking with me to the end of the video. Before we go, I'd like to thank my very first executive producers, Owen Rico and Barry the Awesome 23. Thank you so very much for your support on Patreon. I'll catch you wizards in the next video. Thank you so much for your support on the channel, in the comments. They've been so fantastically positive and constructive, and I know that I need a microphone. I know I do, but to get a microphone I need money, and I just don't have the expenditure right now. But I will get a mic so that I don't sound like I'm in a very empty room, which I am. So till next time, thank you again. Watch what you're doing. Look after each other. Look after yourself. Bye. I should work on an outro.